Earlier this week, an organization monitoring the movements of a beluga whale that was spotted in Norway in 2019 wearing a harness reported that the same whale has now been sighted off the coast of Sweden. This incident had garnered attention amid speculation that the whale was a spy that belonged to the Russian Navy. Initially spotted in Finnmark, Norway's northernmost region, this particular cetacean proceeded to gradually swim down the upper portion of Norway's coastline for over 3 years. However, it has recently quickened its pace during the past few months, swimming the second half of the coastline before continuing on to Sweden. 2 days ago, an individual was sighted in Hunnebostrand, located on the southwestern coast of Sweden. According to Sebastian Strand, a marine biologist affiliated with one whale, it remains unclear why this particular whale has rapidly increased its speed, particularly since it is currently moving far away from its normal habitat. The researcher said that it is possible that the male beluga whale was searching for a mate. Alternatively, his behavior may be driven by a desire for social interaction, as beluga whales are known for their highly social nature, leading him to search for other members of his species. According to Strand, the whale is thought to be between 13 and 14 years old and is currently experiencing a surge in hormones as a result of its age. The beluga population that is geographically nearest is situated in the far north region of Norway. Since April 2019, it is believed that the whale has not encountered any belugas in Norway. Upon its initial sighting in the Arctic region of Norway, marine biologists from the Norwegian Directorate of Fisheries carefully detached a harness that was man-made and had been attached to the creature. The mounting brackets of the harness are designed for accommodating an action camera, and the plastic clasps have the phrase "Equipment of St. Petersburg" imprinted on them. Discovery of ancient Mayan city halts ongoing railway project. A railway project of massive proportions has been underway since 2020 in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The idea is to connect Yucatan's historic sites, encouraging tourism and highlighting indigenous cultures. However, as it seems, the world's ancestors are doing everything in their power to avoid this transportation revolution from being carried out. While working on the project, more than 300 buildings were discovered, consisting of ancient Mayan civilization, causing another delay to the project. Luckily, the site will be protected as an ecological and archaeological corridor protection plan is set to go into place. It's crazy to imagine that a civilization of humans from the far future would react to finding 300 buildings we use daily, let alone many mundane and jaded responses to discovering hundreds of ancient Mayan buildings and structures. Although somewhat unexplainable, this discovery tells us a lot about building stable structures and reinforces the common idea that Mayans were ahead of their time. Controversial cave discoveries suggest humans reached the Americas much earlier than previously thought. In a recent expedition to the mountains of central Mexico, a team of archaeologists came across evidence that suggests humans may have arrived in North America only 30,000 years ago. This is significantly earlier than what had previously been thought. While exploring the Chiquita cave, the archaeologists discovered hundreds of ancient tools and artifacts covered in several layers of gravel and dirt. The cave is nearly 3,000 meters above sea level in the country's Astillero Mountains. The gravel on top of the tools has been carbon dated between 25,000 and 32,000 years old. The cave would have likely been used by humans on infrequent occasions, as there were very few tools discovered. The speculation for this is that North America was probably extremely dangerous during the last ice age, and the cave may have been used to hide out dangerous storms and blizzards. However, not all scientists believe the claims about humans arriving in the Americas earlier. It's possible that the tools were shifted below older gravel due to geological activity, burrowing animals, or other sorts of activity. In addition, besides the tools, there was very little else found that implied humans inhabited the cave. One claim goes so far as to say that those living in the cave may have been a lost group. They didn't survive to contribute to the modern gene pools and perished in the cave or nearby. However, it's still very possible that there existed societies and humans who reached the Americas well before we initially realized it. This is only one example of a potential group of inhabitants that are considered to have lived there earlier than many others. The cave is still being explored, and it's unknown what might be discovered with more time and effort put into the research. Locusts can smell cancer. Recent studies have demonstrated that the newest piece of the puzzle may lie with none other than bugs, specifically locusts, in detecting cancer. Recent experiments showed that the insects are skilled and surprisingly accurate when it comes to using their sense of smell to parse out healthy human cells from cancerous ones. In fact, their ability to even identify individual cancer cell tracks suggests that locusts may be able to detect different types of cancer. They were able to measure this detection by attaching electrodes to the brains of the locusts and measuring the responses when presented with gas samples from cancerous and healthy cells. These responses, when combined across all of the cells, were remarkably accurate and distinct, clearly identifying the cancerous cells. It's believed that the locusts were able to detect the difference in volatile organic compounds that we breathe out. VOCs are altered when cancer interferes with the healthy metabolic cell processes, so researchers were keen to investigate the response of locusts, which are known for their sharp sense of smell and have been used in other experiments as well, to the differences in VOCs between healthy and cancerous cells. Needless to say, they were not disappointed when the results from the insects' electrodes were displayed. Microbiologist Christopher Contag with Michigan State University spoke about just how revolutionary this discovery could be for the future of cancer research, saying that the early detection is so important and we should use every possible tool to get there, whether it is engineered or provided to us by millions of years of natural selection. If we are successful, cancer will be a treatable disease. We expected that the cancer cells would appear different than the normal cells, but when the bugs could distinguish 3 different cancers from each other, that was amazing. Researchers hope that further experiments can help us to understand the processes by which the locusts are able to identify cancerous cells, allowing us to reverse engineer a technology-based solution for early detection of cancer. There are 4 stages of cancer, and no matter the type, detection and treatment in early stages results in far greater survival rates. Many avenues of current cancer research have focused on successful methods of early detection, which would allow diagnoses to be made much earlier and broadens the treatment options for a cancer patient significantly. The development of a medical device that harnesses this inherent smelling ability of locusts could signal the future for cancer detection. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.